So I'm Tom Barraclough. I'm sort of postdoc engineer at the University of Edinburgh, and I've just got a few kind of plans here which we've sketched up just to sort of show us how it might develop. So this is kind of as it is now with all the measurements and whatnot.
The next page.
But yeah, this is kind of how we're planning probably to develop it. So the back room we're thinking will be a kitchen, and we'll get a hob in there. No sink at the moment because we're not going to have a water supply in the first instance. Okay, so this is the back room of the hut, which opens off what was the kitchen, and it's probably not been used all that much recently, partly because this thing takes up quite a lot of space. This is an old mountain rescue communications station, but the head of the local mountain rescue says he probably doesn't need it anymore, so looking to get this moved away, and then we're probably going to create a bit of a kitchen space in here. Looking probably kind of sideboards along two walls, and a cooker fairly near the window so you get a bit of light, and kind of aiming towards group cooking mostly. That's who we expect to be here, but it's big enough for a few people to be in here at once and to go through the process if they're making individual meals. Probably the kitchen as it now is will become like a dining room. We'll get a couple of decent sized tables, maybe seat kind of 16 folk or something, just on benches at tables. Well, we think this will become a dining room with a view to the room off it becoming the kitchen. So we're probably looking for a couple of decent sized tables in here with bench seating, and then just removing a lot of the shelving and that kind of thing. The sink's probably going to have to go, and the water supply here hasn't been up to scratch recently, so initially kind of in phase one of the redevelopment we're probably not going to have a water supply. We're going to rely on people bringing water in from the river themselves. Later on in the project maybe we'll look for a proper purifier and to bring it up to standards. And then the living room side, I've got some benches sketched in and probably get a few loose chairs as well, so it's quite flexible. People who want like large numbers of folk can sit around the outside, and a few loose chairs means that a few kind of smaller groups can sit right by the fire if that's what they like.
You can see we've got all this nice pine panelling. The plan is that we're going to sand it all down, like start over, get it nicely varnished. At the moment we're just making a nice fire, getting rid of some of the old furniture and having fire and just generally keeping it nice and warm. You can see on the floor here there's been quite a lot of water damage, and this is from the leaking roof has been dripping through to the ceiling above us, and that's been moving down onto the floor. It's actually quite a lot better than the last time I was here when there was no temporary roof at all and the floor had buckled. So the temporary roof that the National Trust has put on has made a big difference. The building is starting to dry out.
Upstairs we're probably looking to build a few sleeping platforms, alpine style platforms that are kind of flexible in how many they sleep. And we might look for a raised platform and then people sleeping under and over the platform.
We've got two bedroom style areas on my right and my left. On my left is where the roof damage is currently worst. We're looking to redo the inside upstairs with some alpine style bunks, sleeping maybe 5 underneath and maybe 4 on top. That one out of that.
Like, why are the cake tins up here? Who was ever baking a cake without an oven?
So we're just emptying the big bucket of water from upstairs from the leaks over the last few months, and unfortunately spilt just a wee bit. But you can see this is what's been happening. This is what's been causing the damage, and it's a very good thing the National Trust have been on it to patch and catch